Rain is an extremely important part of our life on Earth. It is essential to the growth of plants, and without it, we wouldn't survive. We're here today to learn about something called acid rain. Our first step is to find out what we already know about it. Come on. What do you know about acid rain?
I don't really know a whole lot about acid rain. I haven't really learned about it.
I'm not sure. Is it when rain from the sky it mixes with fumes in the air and then people eat the rain? I'm not sure.
I believe it comes from the clouds because the clouds are acidic, and then it rains, turns into acid rain.
I know that's acidic and that it probably burns plants, but I don't really know anything about it, to be honest.
What do you think it does to the environment?
It's probably damaging to ecosystems. I can imagine that if organisms ingested it, it would be damaging to their bodies as well.
Probably bad for the environment because the acid probably kills crops and grass, plants.
Acid rain probably hurts the environment, and I'm not sure in what way it does that, but that's my guess because it says acid in it.
Bad stuff.
Acid rain is part of a group called acid deposition. There are two kinds of acid deposition: wet deposition and dry deposition. Wet deposition is when acidic particles in the atmosphere mix with the water in the air. This creates acidic snow, fog, hail, and of course, rain. 50% of the time, acidic particles fall from the atmosphere without the assistance of water. They land on buildings, vegetation, and bodies of water. This dust is called dry deposition. We already know what acid rain is, but what exactly makes it acidic, and where does it come from? Remember when we were talking about those acidic particles in the atmosphere? Well, those are nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. They can get into the atmosphere in many different ways. A few get into the atmosphere from natural sources, like volcanoes, but most come from burning fossil fuels and emissions from vehicles, like cars, heavy machinery, oil refineries, and manufacturing. Why does all this matter? Well, when large amounts of acidic deposition find their way into lakes, marshes, and creeks like this one, the water gets very acidic. Acidity is measured with something called pH. When the water's pH gets too low, frogs, fish, and other aquatic creatures can no longer survive. When acidic deposition finds itself in the soil, it strips that soil of the minerals and nutrients needed for trees to grow. And in high levels, acidic fog can strip trees of their foliage, making it incredibly difficult for them to absorb sunlight. Acidic deposition can even damage surfaces like statues, buildings, and tombstones. Although walking and swimming in acid rain is safe, scientists have established a relationship of asthma difficulty and heart attacks that result in death when humans inhale dry deposition. Did you know that acid rain was discovered in 1872 by a Scottish chemist named Robert Angus Smith? Although it got worse over time, it wasn't until the 1960s that it really gained public attention. Its popularity then resulted in several amendments to the Clean Air Act in 1990. These regulations caused a decrease in acidic deposition. If you want to help decrease acidic deposition, there are simple things you can do, like reducing car emissions. You can do this by using public transportation, carpooling, or even walking or biking instead of driving in your car alone. You can also help by reducing your use of electricity. Doing these things can help us get closer to a greener future. Come on, let's get started.
Off my shoes, stripped acid in the rain. Wore my jacket as a cape and my umbrella as a cane.